Welcome back to the Masterclass Extra Time. Manchester United have drawn 1-1 with Everton. Rob, to be honest with you, it was a disappointing result. But I want to talk about Jadon Sancho, and that's what we're going to do today. Jadon Sancho obviously has had a difficult time at Manchester United. He's made a £73 million move. But yesterday's what I wanted to see from him, Rob. He was electric on the ball. He was taking on his man. You can tell he's got something about him. He's a player who we've been crying out for in terms of retention in the final third. He's got good decision-making. Are we about to see him pop, Rob?
I would say yes. So why would I say yes? Well, I think with Jadon, his quality is undoubted. He's a young player still. I think people must appreciate that. What he did at Dortmund was excellent. You saw obviously his Bundesliga numbers are outstanding. But now it's just a case of giving him a little bit of time to transition into that Manchester United shirt. You know, we've seen over the years, Haider, plenty of great players take their time to find their feet at Manchester United. You don't hit the ground running all the time. So I think it's been disappointing that Jadon's not played more, but that's the manager's decision. That's up to Ole, what he sees day to day in training and week to week and bringing him on. He did have an injury. We must remember that as well. But it was good to see him get 30 minutes and look so lively. He really looked motivated in the game to kind of get on the ball in the correct areas rather than just being, say, content to pick the ball up on the halfway line and then not really be part of the attack.
In the graphic here from Who Scored, Rob, and let's just look across the bottom. If you're listening to this on audio, then do come over to YouTube. But he got 6.9. You're looking at him compared to Ronaldo, who got 6, and Pogba got 6.2. And then you're comparing him, obviously, to the players that started. You know, Greenwood got 6.9 as well, Bruno 7.2, Martial 7.2. To put that into consideration, you know, Sancho coming on for that 30 minutes, he obviously had an impact. What I liked from him, and actually he had the most chances created. He had 2 chances created out of any player on the pitch. In that short amount, that's what you want to see from him, isn't it? You want to see him creating things happen. One of my biggest frustrations yesterday is actually didn't get the goal. We saw that he opened up his body beautifully, and then the shot was a bit tame. Once he gets that confidence up and gets that first assist and that first goal, we're going to see a really, really good player. And Manchester United need this, don't they? Because you're looking at that front line. It's not exactly firing at the moment, but he is someone, for me, who will start to fire, will start to have an impact on games. But he needs that first goal and assist, doesn't he? He seems a bit like he's a bit of a confidence player, Rob.
Well, you need a wide forward in this Manchester United team to make things work. And we've been saying that for years. That's exactly why Manchester United want Jadon Sancho. Now he's actually at the football club. They've got to try and make it work, Haider. So in terms of the substitutes, you know, he was one of those 3 that came on, obviously coming on with 2 very illustrious names, Ronaldo and Pogba. And if you want to hear more about our thoughts about Ronaldo's performance, please watch our full show from this week for the game. But with Jadon, I think on the left-hand side, you know, people saying, let's play him on the right. I've got no issue with him playing on the left as long as United do all the other things around him that they need to do. So I think that happened yesterday. So when Jadon came on, United looked a little bit skewed with their positioning from the first hour. It did kind of unravel a bit. But the good thing for Jadon was that he was getting the ball on the edge of the box to that left-hand side. He wasn't being isolated. So you said there right about the chance that he had. You know, we were, again, almost in line with that on that side of the pitch. And when it came, it just looked like he had to put his foot through it, and it would have been a goal. And we would then be talking today about United winning 2-1 and Jadon Sancho being a hero. So it's fine lines. But I really liked what I saw from Jadon. And as I've said all season long, Jadon Sancho does not concern me. I think he'll come good, and I think he'll come good soon.
You mentioned that obviously he's coming to play on the right-hand side. I'd like to see that, Rob, if I'm honest with you. I'd like to see him, you know, that's where he's going to play. Let's be honest. That's what he's been signed to do. What I like from him on the left is that he can take on his man, but he does cut inside a lot. I want to see him on the outside, on the right-hand side where we play the final product. So is that something do you think Ollie will do soon? It is a little bit of an issue when you've got Mason playing so well.
I think it's difficult because ultimately Jadon Sancho is a bit of a street footballer. So he will allow the play to dictate where he goes on that side. So when he's on the left or the right, if he's up against a fullback and the fullback gives him extra expenses on the left or extra expenses on the inside, he's going to go and take it. That's his job. So I don't really adhere to this whole thing about why players having to go wide all the time. You know, we don't play with wingers. 4-2-3-1 is not a wing system. So, you know, if United played 4-1-4-1 like they did the other night against Villarreal and recently, then of course, then that's an option. You say, yeah, please keep wide, stay to the touchline, stretch the play. For me, that's not a big deal. I want Jadon Sancho to play football, Haider. Get the ball at his feet in the final third and let Jadon make the decisions. Because as long as he adheres to the tactical shape, which I'm sure he does, and he did against Everton, then I don't think we'll have a bigger problem. It's the same at Dortmund. He was equally as effective on the left as he was on the right. We saw this in his numbers. And we also saw that there were times when he wasn't in the advanced positions, but maybe more in a midfield role, kind of on that side, and then drift into a number 10. These are all things I think are still to come for Jadon Sancho at Manchester United. And I feel good about it. I don't look at him and think that he's in a bad place or that his confidence is low. I just think that this is a big job for him. First time in the Premier League, wearing this Manchester United shirt. This isn't being at Manchester City as a 10-year-old. This is not like I have to trot around and train and be good in England this way. This is the highest caliber of football everyone is watching. So I think he believes in himself. I believe in him, and I think Manchester United will get the most out of him.